I am so thrilled to have you here for this coaching explainer. We are setting a very direct, tough love tone today because we're going to fundamentally transform how you and your teams operate. You're here because you want to stop letting workplace pressure dictate your stress levels, right? And instead, you want to learn how to turn that exact same pressure into unstoppable, dynamic power. We're talking about taking the ancient concept of the death ground, which is a strategic position where an army literally must fight or die, and applying it directly to the modern office to eliminate procrastination, crush fear, and force peak performance.
Okay, here's our playbook for today. We're covering destroying the safety net, escaping the comfort trap, and burning your corporate ships. Then, we'll look at how action cures workplace fear, how to own high-pressure crises, and finally, we'll map out your daily execution playbook. Let's dive right in.
All right, Section 1. Destroying the safety net.
You know, in the modern workplace, we operate under this illusion that having endless options actually helps us succeed. But honestly, it's making us weak. Take a look at this. On one side of the equation, we have the mediocre reality of working with a safety net. When you know deep down you can just push a deadline to next week, well, you simply don't give 100%, do you? But on the other side is the death ground truth, working without a net. Necessity yields 100% effort. Greatness isn't born from comfort, folks. It is exclusively born from necessity.
Moving on to Section 2. Escaping the comfort trap. I'm challenging you right now to look inward. Let's identify your psychological hiding spots. Take a look at this diagnostic workflow checklist. First up is the later fallacy. That's when you tell yourself you'll be more in the zone tomorrow. Spoiler alert, you won't be. Then there's the perfection shield. This is where we use endless research to delay actual execution. Making the psychological shift from perfectionism to urgent, decisive action is absolutely critical here. Remember, perfectionism isn't a high standard. It's literally just a shield against the risk of failure.
So, how do we actually fix this? I'm going to coach you step by step on how to actively identify and totally eliminate these comfort trap hiding spots. Step 1. You absolutely must honestly acknowledge the one task you've been avoiding just because you feel you have the luxury of time. Step 2. Make this specific, delayed task your immediate singular target. And Step 3. Eliminate the hiding spot completely. No more research, no more waiting for the perfect mood, you just execute.
All right, Section 3. Burning your corporate ships.
To really force the issue on major work, I want you to literally burn this quote into your memory. Zero option thinking. Success is the only exit. Historical commanders actually understood this perfectly. When they landed on enemy shores, they burned their own ships, so their soldiers had absolutely no choice but to march forward. Because human nature says, if you give yourself an out, you're gonna take it.
So what does burning the ships actually look like in the digital office? Well, it requires these explicit tactics. First, delete all those safe draft backups. Stop keeping fallback versions and just commit to your boldest idea. Second, force the issue. If you're delaying a major proposal, send the hard meeting invite to that difficult client for tomorrow. Boom, now there is no escape. And third, use public deadlines to sharpen team focus. Announce your strict deadlines publicly, like right on your team's Slack channel. You are putting your own reputation on the line, and that is exactly the point.
The absolutely crucial point here is this: external commitments eliminate internal excuses. Let's be real. The pressure of knowing you must perform publicly or fail openly will sharpen your team's execution way better than waiting around for some elusive quiet time to magically appear.
Next up, Section 4. Action cures workplace fear.
Okay, we need to confront a massive psychological barrier right now: avoiding conflict. I want to force you to answer this directly. How long have you avoided that difficult manager? Or maybe that toxic direct report? Dancing around the issue only allows the problem to grow, and you know it. It just lets your anxiety fester.
And this brings us to an absolute, non-negotiable rule of the death ground strategy. Taking immediate action is the only cure for fear. Look, if you are afraid of the conflict wins. Your strategy must be to enter their office immediately. Don't wait. Face the conflict head on. Because once you stop avoiding it and actually step into the room, the fear vanishes. Why? Because action has finally begun. You literally cannot be paralyzed when you're moving.
We apply this exact same decisive action principle to project management too. Think about it. Most ideas fail because they're safely refined into total irrelevance behind closed doors. The fix here is launch or die. Set a hard launch date.
Release the minimum viable product. Let real-world feedback and live issues force you to work 10 times faster than theoretical testing ever could. The urgency of a live problem is, hands down, the absolute best motivator for any team.
Which leads us to Section 5, owning high-pressure crises.
I want to put you into a mental crucible right now and totally reframe workplace disaster. Think about a massive server crash or a lost shipment. These are real examples of the ultimate death ground. What happens in these moments? Massive pressure instantly clarifies your priorities by stripping away every single non-essential thing. All that petty office politics? Gone. There is only the crisis and your response to it. Let's look at another real-world high-pressure example and some tips for owning mistakes during a crisis. Step 1. A critical error in your report is found exactly 10 minutes before the biggest board meeting of the year. Step 2. Do not hide, do not blank, and whatever you do not blame a subordinate. Step 3. Own it and fix it live. Victory is found in how you handle the mess, not how you avoid it. Removing the safety net in a crisis and owning those mistakes live, well, that is exactly what builds long-term career resilience, true grit, and deep respect from your peers and leaders.
Finally, Section 6, your daily execution playbook.
So, to bring this macro strategy down to the everyday grind, I'm mandating this daily execution routine for you starting tomorrow morning. Step 1. Eat the frog. Yes, use the eat the frog technique. Do the single hardest task first thing in the morning, no exceptions. Step 2. Shrink the clock. I challenge you to artificially induce urgency by taking the time allotted for routine office tasks and literally cutting it in half. Just watch how fast you move when that clock is shrinking.
I'll leave you with this final mandate right here. No way but forward. Action is everything. Start now. You now understand the incredible power of the desperate mind. When you remove your options to retreat, when you absolutely destroy your safety nets, you unleash a level of execution you didn't even know you possessed. So my question to you is this: what is the one safety net you are going to burn before you log off today? Action is everything, folks. Start now.